Ever wondered why an off-grid solar panel system might be the best option for your home? As we continue to progress into the 21st century, an increasing number of people are starting to look towards renewable energy sources as a viable alternative to traditional non-renewable options. The reasons for this are manifold. The fluctuating costs of fossil fuels, the environmental impact of their extraction and usage, and the simple fact that they are finite resources are all contributing factors to this shift in focus. Among these renewable energy sources, solar power has emerged as one of the most popular and accessible options. And one way to tap into this source of energy is through off-grid solar panel systems. But why are these systems gaining traction? To begin with, an off-grid solar panel system offers a level of energy independence that is simply not possible with traditional energy sources. Imagine not having to rely on the grid for your power needs. No more power outages disrupting your day. No more worrying about the rising cost of electricity. You have your own personal power station right at your home, harnessing the power of the sun to meet your energy needs. Additionally, these systems can significantly reduce, if not completely eliminate, your electricity bills. After the initial investment in the solar panels and their installation, the ongoing costs are minimal. The sun, after all, doesn't send you a bill for its rays. But perhaps the most compelling reason to consider an off-grid solar panel system is the environmental benefit. Solar power is clean, renewable, and sustainable. It doesn't contribute to air pollution, it doesn't deplete our natural resources, and it doesn't contribute to climate change. By choosing solar power, you're not just benefiting yourself, but also the planet. Now that we understand the why, let's get into the how. First things first, you need to gather all the necessary equipment. Let's break down the key components you'll need for this off-grid solar panel system journey. First up, the solar panels. These are the workhorses of your system, tirelessly soaking up the sun's rays and converting them into electricity. The number of panels you'll need depends on your electricity usage and the amount of sunlight your location receives. Next in line is the charge controller. This little device might not look like much, but it's crucial to the longevity of your system. It regulates the voltage and current coming from your solar panels, preventing your batteries from overcharging and subsequently saving them from an untimely demise. Now, let's talk about the battery bank. This is where all that energy generated by your solar panels will be stored for use when the sun isn't shining. You'll want to choose deep cycle batteries, as they're designed for repeated charging and discharging. The size of your battery bank will depend on your power requirements and how long you want to be able to run your system without sunlight. Last but definitely not least, we have the inverter. This piece of equipment is the translator between your solar panel system and your home appliances. It converts the direct current, DC electricity produced by your solar panels into alternating current, AC, which is what most household appliances use. Now remember, each component plays a vital role in your system, and the quality of each can significantly impact your system's performance and lifespan. So, while it might be tempting to cut corners and save a few bucks, investing in quality equipment from the get-go can save you a lot of headaches and money down the line. With all the necessary equipment in place, you're ready to start setting up your off-grid solar system. It's time to bring sustainable, renewable energy right to your doorstep and take the first step towards energy independence. Let's get started. The first step in setting up your system is installing the solar panels. Now let's dive into the process. Choosing the right location for your solar panels is crucial. You want a spot that receives ample sunlight throughout the day. Remember, the more sunlight they capture, the more energy they produce. Typically, a south-facing roof or open ground space is your best bet in the Northern Hemisphere. Once you've got your location, it's time to mount the panels. Depending on your chosen spot, you might use roof mounts or pole mounts. Roof mounts are great if you're short on space, while pole mounts offer more flexibility with direction and angle. The key here is to ensure the mounts are secure and can withstand varying weather conditions. Before we proceed, let's pause for a crucial reminder. Safety first, always. This cannot be overemphasized. Use the right tools, wear protective gear, and if you're ever in doubt, seek professional help. Now, let's get back to our installation. With the panels mounted, you're ready to connect them to your charge controller. This device manages the power coming from your solar panels and ensures your batteries don't overcharge, which can cause damage. When connecting the panels to the charge controller, You'll typically use a series or parallel connection, depending on your system's voltage requirements. In a series connection, the voltage adds up, while in a parallel connection, the current does. To make the connection, you'll need to run wires from your solar panels to your charge controller. Make sure to use the correct gauge of wire to handle the current without overheating. Once everything's connected, check your system. The charge controller should indicate that it's receiving power from the panels. If not, recheck your connections, and there you have it. With the solar panels installed, you're halfway through the setup process. Stay tuned as we guide you through setting up your battery bank and inverter in the next scene. Next, you'll need to set up the battery bank and inverter. Now, this may seem intimidating, but it's actually quite straightforward. You'll start by arranging your batteries in a bank. The configuration will depend on the voltage of your system and the capacity of your batteries. If you're working with a 12-volt system, you'll want to connect your batteries in parallel. Once your battery bank is set up, you'll connect it to the charge controller. The charge controller plays a crucial role in your off-grid solar panel system. It regulates the power coming from the solar panels and ensures that your batteries aren't overcharged. Your next step is to connect the battery bank to your inverter. This is a key component of your system and not to be overlooked. The inverter is responsible for converting the direct current, or DC, from your batteries into alternating current, or AC, which is what your appliances use. Now, when connecting your inverter, make sure the DC input is connected to your battery bank and the AC output is connected to your main power distribution. This is where you'll plug in your appliances. Remember to match the voltage of your inverter with your battery bank and your appliances. It's important to keep everything compatible to avoid any potential issues. Once everything is connected, it's time to test your system. Turn on your inverter and check your appliances. If everything is working correctly, you'll be harnessing the power of the sun in no time. And remember, safety should always be your top priority. Always wear appropriate protective gear and work in a well-ventilated area. If you're not comfortable doing this on your own, don't hesitate to hire a professional. And there you have it. Your off-grid solar panel system is all set up. With your solar panels catching the rays, your battery bank storing the energy, and your inverter converting that energy into usable power, you're now ready to enjoy the benefits of sustainable, renewable energy. Congratulations on taking this step towards a more sustainable future. So why go through all this trouble to set up an off-grid solar panel system? Well, the benefits are manifold. First and foremost, you gain energy independence. No longer will you be at the mercy of power outages or fluctuating energy prices. You're in control of your own power supply. Financial savings are a significant advantage too. After the initial investment, the sun's energy is free, drastically reducing your utility bills. Over time, your solar panel system will pay for itself and then continue to save you money. But perhaps the greatest benefit is the positive impact on the environment. Solar power is clean, renewable, and sustainable. By choosing solar, you're reducing your carbon footprint and contributing to a healthier planet. In summary, setting up an off-grid solar panel system involves gathering the necessary equipment, installing the solar panels, and setting up the battery bank and inverter. It's a worthwhile endeavor with far-reaching benefits. Remember, with an off-grid solar panel system, you're not just saving money, you're also contributing to a more sustainable future.